Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD 89 VA Claims Consulting. And today I'm interviewing a fellow veteran and a huge supporter of my YouTube channel. And today we're going to be discussing the VA claims process and how education plays a key role. So welcome to the channel today, Terry. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. If you want to tell everyone what branch of service did you serve?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dwayne. I was in the Air Force. I was in there for 4 years and like 9 months, I think. I was stationed at Shepherd Air Force Base for training school, for my training school. And then I went to Francis C. Warren in Cheyenne, Wyoming for 2 years, and Okinawa, Japan for a year and a half. And then Peterson Air Force Base for my last assignment, which was about 9 months. And then I got out there in Colorado in 1979.
Okay. All right. Well, definitely. Thank you. Not only thank you for your service, Terry, but again, thank you for all the support to the YouTube channel. I know you've been in several round tables. You even sent me emails saying, "Hey, Dwayne, you might want to check this out." And I've actually done YouTube videos based off the research of some topics that you sent me. So we're just going to go ahead and get into it. A lot of veterans are still confused about the VA claims process. And they're frustrated and they're saying, hey, the VA's denying me or this is going on. Can you share what was your initial experience with the VA claims process when you filed your first claim?
So back when I got out of the military, there wasn't a whole lot of information. There wasn't YouTube. There was no cell phones. There wasn't any training available. You just was kind of, you got what you got and you were happy with that. That's pretty much the way it was. Let's see. Like in I got out in 79 and 87. Or no, wait, let me go back a little bit. I just ran into somebody randomly that told me I should apply for a disability for my knee, and with the VA, and I didn't know much about it. And in 1987, I got service connected for that, and I was just happy with that, and didn't think much more about it, or even think that I could, ask for anything more, for my other disabilities. And time went on, and I started looking into it a little bit. And in March of 21, I went and seen the VFW out there in Arizona when I was traveling in my RV, and sat down with them and a VSO officer there. In about 30 minutes, he filled out, the 525 EZ form and sent it in. And he didn't mention anything about how I should fill out a personal statement or anything. And I didn't understand really what I was doing, but I was lucky because they gave me C&P exams for almost everything. And I was successful in most of those claims that we put in for. But since then, I've started to do more research and watch videos and watch everything I can on YouTube and talk to as many people as I can. And I've learned a lot, and especially from you and watching your videos. It's amazing how much information you put out for free. I can't believe it. So I followed a few other folks, like watch Hill and Ponton on their YouTubes, and I watch VA Madness. And, they just all sorts of information. You can never learn enough because there's just so much to learn. You can't just expect the VA to do it because, they're just people and they're busy. And if you go out of your way to try to give them as much information on your claim, there's a good chance that you're going to be successful. So that's it, basically. I worked on my claim and my personal statements and my disabilities. And I learned about nexus statement and DBQs, and started researching on the M21 and 38 CFR Part 4 to find out where I stand with my disabilities and my symptoms, where I stand on that rating schedule, and learn how to request FOIA requests and the difference between a FOIA and a Privacy Act. I even made a spreadsheet of my disabilities of what the percentages and the ratings and the effective dates, so that I can kind of keep track of everything, whether it's static or not. And I watch every time Dwayne comes on, every time you come on, Dwayne, I always watch your videos, and I always try to get on the round tables and just continue to learn as much as I can.
Right. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you're saying you're trying to get as much education as you can, it leads me into the next question. How has being educated, you taking the bull by the horns, going out and doing your own research, getting familiar with what you're doing with your claim and how the VA claims process can impact it? How has education played a key role in you being successful in the VA claims process?
I think it's so important, because if you don't know what you're doing or what you're working on or what to say, it can lead you down the wrong road. I mean, you got to understand what's going on when you go to a C&P exam. You have to have studied that DBQ form so that you know what kind of questions they're going to ask you, and you have to know where you fall on that rating schedule so that you can articulate that. Because if you don't, it's just like going to Vegas and playing dominoes or blackjack or something. It's a gamble, but you're doing everything you can to make yourself successful.
Yeah, and it's just like music to my ears when I hear you say things like rating schedule, articulate, being able to reasonably articulate your symptomology, and that's what I relay to my clients when I'm doing certain educational services for them. And you've been in some of my roundtables, and excuse me, you mentioned free, and I don't think I've done not one roundtable. Normally, my roundtables every third Thursday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I don't think I've ever done a roundtable where it actually ended at at 2 p.m. Because we get more and more people, and it's mainly some. We'll have a few new people that come in, but it's mainly the same individuals. But what I've noticed over the past several months is more input from individuals like yourself, other veterans that attend the roundtable, and say, "Hey, this happened to me," or "that happened to me," or they're asking specific questions like, "Okay, wait a minute, you said the rating schedule. What is that? What are diagnostic codes?" So, can you think of any one thing that one educational um, input, maybe from myself or from another veteran, that you found to be very beneficial in this claims process?
Probably the first thing that I saw on your channel when I watched it is how to do a FOIA request. And when you did that, it's like, oh, that's how you do it. I can do this myself. So it's not that difficult to do, because everywhere else you go and ask for help, it just seems like they don't want to answer the phone, or they don't want to get back to you. And you can't hire a lawyer when you're first doing your first claim anyway. So you can't get any help from them. I was trying to do that. I was trying to, at one point, trying to go, oh, what's it called? Where you, um, T- eh, I'm drawing a blank here. When you
You,
get
you
you
were
100% for inability to work,
IU, individual unemployability.
individual unemployability. I'm sorry, that was it.
Mhm.
I almost was going to do that at one point and hire a vocational officer, and I held off because I thought my claim had a chance to win, and I was successful, and it worked out. So um,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So I think that was the one thing that I saw that helped me the most, and that you also teach us to use the M21 and how to research stuff. Because if you can research stuff, then you can read the rules, you can read the law, the VA regulations that affect your claim. So that was probably the most
Right.
important thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And when I did that roundtable, I was assuming that a lot of people were going to sign up for it because when as you stated, when I was showing people how to do the research in the M21 and actually use it like a Google search, because the M21, even though it's not law, it's a guide for VA employees. But most importantly, one, it's easy to search in it, and when you find the particular M21 that you're looking for, it'll give you the actual 38 CFR that relates to that, and even some court cases, so you can shorten your search if you use it. I think in that training, I even shared how you subscribe to the M21 so you get notified by email for updates,
Mhm.
so a lot of veterans, I talk to on a daily basis, I hear a lot of more now than last year. People either have submitted the request and waiting on that CD from submitted their FOIA request and waiting on the CD from the VA, and or they've already received it. Whereas before, when I first started doing YouTube and educating veterans, people were like, FOIA request, what is that? Oh, I can get a copy of my VA claims file. But there's still a few out there that hasn't taken advantage of that. So with that being said, Terry, I'll give you the last word. Is there anything that you want to share with other veterans that's going to see this video, or anybody else that's still in the claims process? Any feedback that you want to share with them going forward with their claim to help them be successful?
I say if you're in the process, you need to be signing up for this roundtable that Dwayne puts out, and you need to be listening to other people's cases when they talk about what they've gone through and their problem and their process, because a lot of them are doing the same thing, and everybody's kind of in the same boat with different claims, but you learn from listening to other people. So watch as much as you can on YouTube and read as much as you can, and follow the process and be involved in it, because you can't expect the VA to just grant it and give it to you, because if that was the case, then we'd all be 100% P&T and nobody care. But it isn't like that. You're fortunate and you're lucky, I think, if you follow through with it and you get a good rating. So I feel very fortunate in my case.
Okay. Well, all right, Terry. Hey, I definitely appreciate it. Thank you again for your service. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this interview and sharing your story with other veterans that you were educated on the claims process. And that was a big key to your success. And Terry did mention I have a Veterans Roundtable, which is every third Thursday of every month from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And it's free. Okay, so if you subscribe, or if you to my YouTube channel, or you follow me on Eventbrite, you'll get notified of when I go live. I shared in my Facebook Veterans group, VA Disability Service Connection. You could sign up through there, because I'll share the event there as well. So definitely appreciate you again, Terry, and everyone. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for what you do, Dwayne. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Terry.